Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? So, hello and welcome to Soul Star Light Up. So, it's just me today, no guest. And I didn't prepare because it's Sunday and I didn't feel like it. And I was doing some gardening outside today. And yeah, I just didn't feel like getting all gussied up because I didn't feel like it. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a good weekend. You having a good week. A lot of the planetary stuff is died down a little bit after those solar flares and craziness. I'm not an astrologer, so I really can't tell you what kind of craziness is happening right now, but there was some craziness happening in the last 2 to 3 weeks prior. For me, it seems to be a little bit calmer. So, thank you for joining me if you're watching now or if you'll be watching on the replay. So, for all of you who have probably never seen this segment before, this I call this Soul Star Light Up, and I usually interview people, women primarily, but people who are either healers or have been on their entrepreneurial journey in some way, shape, or form, are meeting their life purpose or on their way to meet their life purpose. So I love to highlight people, usually women, but people in general who are doing the work to raise the consciousness of humanity and to make this human experience better. So that's the premise of Soul Star Light Up. And sometimes I just go on when I don't have a guest to just talk a little bit about what I have going on, and anything that may be coming up in the world. So today I'm more likely than not going to do a card pull, an oracle card pull. So I got to pick one of my decks. I have many decks. But maybe I'll do one of Stephen Farmer's decks today. So I think I'm going to do Messages from Spirits of Nature Oracle. And this is one of the ones that I recently used. Oh, you can't see because of the glare. But I recently used in my last retreat that I just had a couple of weeks ago, Mother's Day weekend. So last weekend. I don't know. Time is really weird. So last weekend, I had a overnight retreat at Copper Beach Institute, and it was healing the mother wound, and it was completely magical. And the more that I do retreats, like I started doing retreats in 2019, and I started doing day-long retreats. And when I started doing retreats, they were about self-love. And all of my retreats encompass self-love. But as my journey evolved, as I evolved in my own training and certifications and my own healing journey, and my calling, and started to listen to my calling, I know that I am meant to do ancestral healing work, and that's really the focus. But with doing ancestral healing work, you are very much also doing self-love work, because when we're doing ancestral healing work, we are going inward, and we're really tapping into our own strengths, our own tools, and our own uh, I don't know, what other word do I want to use? Strength, tools, and wisdom. Really, the wisdom from our ancestors. So we're going and meeting up with our ancestors on a spiritual, level, and really starting to listen to what it is that we need to do to heal. Because I don't know if you guys know, but we carry 7 generations of legacy burdens and traumas from our lineage. And that's just this life, right? So we're not talking about if you believe in past lives or other, existences or other dimensions or whatever. We're not even going to get into that. But so 7 generations. So imagine everything that you're carrying from 7 generations past. So this is both sides of your lineage. This is your maternal lineage and your paternal lineage. So we talked a lot about that in the Healing the Mother Wound retreat, and it was so short because it was Mother's Day weekend, so we did it short. We didn't want people to not sign up because it was Mother's Day weekend, but everybody that was there were 23 people there. Everybody was there would have stayed the whole entire weekend, because this is something that's so needed. And that was the feedback that I got. This is something that I needed. I was led here. All the things that people were saying is exactly what I know that what people need right now is to heal our lines, and starting with the mother wound, because the mother is so important. But I will be having a father healing the father wound retreat come up, but that'll probably be next year. But so yeah, so it was beautiful, it was wonderful. But I am going to do it, so if you missed it, don't be sad, because I am going to do it again in September. So September, let me get these dates right because I haven't been getting them right. So it's the first weekend in September, and it's going to be at Row Camp and Conference Center. And Row is a beautiful campus. It's a beautiful place. There's beautiful people, wonderful food. So it's and it's not sorry, not September, it's October. So that's going to be at Row, Healing the Mother Wound full weekend at Row Camp and Conference Center. That's going to be October 4th through the 6th. So the first weekend in October, October 4th through the 6th, and you can register on their website, therowcamp.com, I think, or therowcamp.org. But if you look at up the Row Camp and Conference Center, you will be able to find it. So register for that. I will be having another retreat in September. The details are to come, and it's still not up on the website. And I don't want to speak too much on that because it's still not up on the website. So, but it is supposed to be in September, and it's going to be at Guest House Retreats and Conference Center in Chester, and that's going to be in collaboration with Copper Beach. So that's going to be the Divine Masculine and Feminine retreat that was supposed to be in April, and we had to postpone it. So we're going to be talking about the Divine Masculine and Feminine. This is a really good retreat for couples to come to if they're really looking for deeper connections with themselves. That's one of the things that I've noticed in the last 2 retreats that I've done. I've had a couple, husband and a wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, they're in relationship, and it's been beautiful to see that couples are coming to these types of things and really doing healing together. Because one of the things that I know, and when I did a lot of couples work, I kind of steered away from that when I was doing a lot of couples work. This hat is really annoying me. Sorry, I keep messing with it. One of the things that I saw is if one person was growing and the other one wasn't, then for sure the relationship would be doomed, or they would just stop coming to therapy because they didn't want to deal with the fact that the relationship is doomed if one person is growing and the other one isn't. So to see couples come to my retreats, even though they're not couples retreats, but to come and see them, to see them come to these retreats to share in their healing together is beautiful. The first retreat that I had a couple in, and they were an older couple too, married for 20 something years. It was the Joy series retreat that I did. It was a 1-day retreat. And then this past Healing the Mother Wound retreat, there was a beautiful couple there who had a wonderful, beautiful story. And it was just wonderful to see that. So I don't know why I went on that rant, but because I was talking about the Divine Masculine and Feminine retreat that's coming up in September, and that's in collaboration with Copper Beach Institute, and it will be at the Guest House Retreats and Conference Center. So that's September, and then October is Healing the Mother Wound full weekend, Friday to Sunday, at the Row Camp and Conference Center in Row, Massachusetts. So I'm super excited about all of that. Let's see. So, what else? Oh, some events in June. You guys, if you follow me on social media, you've probably seen that I have some wonderful collaborative events coming up in June. So, the first one is going to be the Sip and Sound on the June 22nd. And that is, Latia Holly, the tea goddess, and I have done Sip and Sounds maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4, I'm not sure. But we always do them at like 2-hour clips. So this time we're extending it, and we're going to do it at Fire Ring Farm in Portland, because Latia is friends with the people at Fire Ring Farms, and I'm so excited to be sharing this endeavor, this space with them, and doing this beautiful Sip and Sound summer solstice. So we're celebrating the summer solstice on June 22nd from 1 to 5 p.m. At Fire Ring Farm. We're going to do a Sip and Sound. So Latia Holly is going to do a beautiful tea ceremony with her beautiful curated herbal teas. And then I will be leading breathwork meditation, and followed by sound. And then after that, we are going to, Latia is going to lead us in making an anointing oil with different herbs, and she's going to show us how to do that. So it's going to be beautiful and magical and wonderful. And yeah, so I hope you can come out to that. So that's June 22nd from 1 to 5 at Fire Ring Farms in Portland. And so you can contact me, you can email me, you can message me, or you can Venmo me your registration. So yeah, and we do have an Eventbrite. I just put up an Eventbrite for that. So I'll be putting the link on that after I'm done here. So the next thing happening in June is June 29th, and I will be collaborating with my dear friend Lori Ingram. And Lori and I are the only 2 crystal dreaming practitioner and teachers here in Connecticut. active. And so Lori and I have known each other for a few years through Crystal Dreaming. So we are going to have a little workshop where I'll be doing some sound. Lori will be doing some crystal healing. We'll be doing an express crystal dreaming session, group crystal dreaming session. So it's going to be super exciting. And so that's going to be on the 29th, and that's going to be at Lori's office. And let me just get the right information for that, because I should have been prepared for this, but I did not prepare myself. Okay. So yeah, so it's going to be from 4 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, June 29th. It's going to be in Bethany at Lori's office. Her office space is beautiful, and it's so it's just soothing and safe and beautiful there. So 4 to 6, Saturday, June 29th, in Bethany, Connecticut. You can look on my site. There is, you can Venmo me or Lori, and I'll put that information also in the comments. So that's that. Some of you guys might know I just became a certified breathwork facilitator. So that I'll be incorporating those things into my retreats and all the events that I do. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm also in the process of becoming a family constellations facilitator. I have my second module coming up at the end of this month, and it has been amazing and beautiful. Actually, for the retreat that I just did, we did one of the ritual exercises that we learned in the family constellations training, and it was so profound and so deep, and people were so simple, super simple exercise ritual, nothing crazy or whatever, but it is intense. So I'm so excited about that. So I will be starting to run family constellations groups if anybody's interested. And if you don't know what family constellations is, reach out if you have any questions. But I want to start running groups. I know a wonderful therapist. His name is Wayne Sina, and he runs groups down in, I always get wherever he's at wrong. Probably Middlebury, Waterbury, not Water. Wayne, I'm sorry, but you know where you're at. But he runs wonderful groups. I've been to a couple of his. I wasn't able to go to the last one, which was very sad. But yeah, and I got the family constellations bug, and I would love to start a group. So I need about 10 to 20 people to run a group. So if you're interested, please reach out. It will be pretty much a half-day thing from like 10 to 4 usually. So there will be a charge for that, but it's profound and beautiful and wonderful experience. And like I said, if you don't know what family constellations is, give me a holler, send me a message, we can chat. But I really want to start that group sometime soon. So that'll probably be like once a month. It'll be from like 10 to 4, and hopefully we'll get maybe like 3 or 4 constellations done in the day, in that time frame. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. You can email me at for whole heart healing at gmail.com. So please email me if you'd like to be involved with that. Yeah, and so that's family constellations. So I have the cards here. Also, a reminder, I used to do monthly meditations with Copper Beach for BIPOC, for people who identify as Black, Indigenous, oh my God, people of color, Black, Indigenous people of color. So now we have 3 other facilitators who do it. So that's once a month. It's free. It's donation based, and it's on Saturdays, the first Saturday of the month at 9:30 in the morning. So that's also something. So let me see. I'm going to pull a card for the group. And sometimes cards jump out and sometimes they don't. So for the collective, let's see what we need to know for the collective. Let's shake these up a little bit. All right. So I got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things. If you would like to be a guest on this Soul Star Light Up segment, if you are a person who is on their spiritual journey, who has started a business, who is really on their way to on the path of their life purpose, and really, want to share your story and want to talk about what you have going on, please reach out to me. I am always looking for people to highlight. I love lifting people up and bringing them, into the forefront, especially when they're doing the work that needs to be done. So please reach out to me, email me, message me here, message me on Instagram at the number 4 Whole Heart Healing. And let's schedule something, because I don't have anybody scheduled for the next few months. So please, if you would like to be on the segment, let me know. Part of the reason I usually start this segment at the beginning of the year, I have really good, turnout. People want to be on the show, and then it's kind of towards the summer, people die out. So it kind of ebbs and flows and it comes and goes, but I love doing it. So that's why I keep doing it. I'm not doing it to get famous, and I'm not doing it to make any money. I'm not doing it to be an influencer or whatever, any of that stuff. I just do it because I truly and genuinely like to highlight people. So, all right, enough shuffling of this deck. So now I'm going to pick a card. So it's going to be this card. Oh, Eagle Vision. So this is the card. Let's see if I can get a good angle. Eagle Vision. Whew, look at that. Look at that picture. Look at soaring like an eagle, eagle eye, being able to see everything, have a perfect view. So that's eagle and vision. What does the eagle vision want us to know? So I'm going to read this very quickly. So let's see. The vision of the eagle is 8 times sharper than that of a human. With its eyes set on either side of its beak, sorry. I hope it doesn't have its eyes on its back. Either side of its beak, it has the ability to see the broader landscape. Yet, when there is any movement that could indicate prey, it is able to bring its complete attention sharply into focus. Other characteristics attributed to this magnificent bird are strength, leadership, courage, wisdom, power, and freedom. Yet its keen eyesight, and powers of perception make the eagle's vision stand out as its most important gift. Look at this, man. Freedom. Anyway, the eagle is simultaneously able to see the big picture, tune out unnecessary elements, and focus on a specific detail as needed. In addition, related to their ability to fly up to 10,000 feet or more, many Native American cultures view the eagle as a messenger to the Creator. Consequently, this bird and its feathers are revered and considered sacred in many indigenous cultures and traditions. So the message: you're caught up in too many details in living, getting distracted easily due to this is so pertinent to me right now. So getting distracted easily due to the continual bouncing from one thing to the next. While it's necessary to attend to all those details, your habitual fragmented approach creates tension and anxiety. You feel overwhelmed and victimized by the number of responsibilities before you, and have lost perspective on what are the most important. Step back from your tasks for a moment and see the bigger picture. Pause, take a few slow, deep breaths, close your eyes, and identify what's truly important, that which has heart and meaning. Visualize these various items and how to best approach them. As you come to recognize what's truly significant, create an external representation of your goals and intentions with a written list or vision board. Either will help you achieve greater perspective and focus. So not sure if this was for you, but it definitely was for me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So that hit home hard. So I'm sure if it hit home hard for me, it has hit home hard for you. So just remember, take a step back, try not to do so much, refocus, recalibrate, and do the things that truly matter in this moment. So step back from your task for a moment and see the bigger picture. Pause, take a few slow, deep breaths, close your eyes, and identify what's truly important, that which has heart and meaning. Right? Great. Awesome. Perfect. Beautiful. So I would love to see you guys at any of the events that are coming up. June 22nd, Summer Solstice Sip and Sound at Fire Ring Farms. June 29th, workshop with Lori Ingram and in Bethany at her office. And we're going to do some Crystal Dreaming Express. We're going to do some sound. We're going to do meditation, journeying. It's going to be beautiful and amazing. So I hope to see you guys there next month. And then in the fall, there's more opportunities. One more thing that I wanted to say, and I keep saying it and I keep putting it out there, and I'm keep putting it out there because I need to work through the fear, through my own fear, is I have my head, my third eye, and my heart are congruent, and they have connected, and they have decided that next year there will be an international retreat. More likely than not, it's going to be in Costa Rica, just because if anybody knows me recently, I am in love with Costa Rica. I love it. Part of me is like, ugh, I don't want to do it in Costa Rica because everybody freaking has Costa Rica retreats in Costa Rica. It's so annoying, blah, blah, blah. But it's such a beautiful place. The land is amazing. The food is great. The people are wonderful. And really, when I first landed, when I first got to Costa Rica, I was like, oh my God, this is my sacred place. So in shamanic Reiki or in journeying, you go to a sacred place first when you're journeying, just to kind of settle yourself in the journey. And my sacred place looks almost exactly like Costa Rica looks. So there's a beach, there's jungle, there's mountains, there's it's just beautiful. So um, that's probably why more likely than not it's going to be there. I've looked for places in Puerto Rico, but really expensive to do retreats in Puerto Rico. Ironic. I mean, I'm not surprised because so much American influence, but and it's more expensive than it has been historically in Costa Rica too. But it's completely worth it. The experience, the food, the culture, everything is beautiful there. And then the profound, deep healing that we will do. I'm still trying to decide which retreat I will be taking to. I want to do both eventually, but the first one that I'll be taking to Costa Rica, and I'm trying to see if my friend Wayne will help, will collaborate or co-facilitate. But so I would have to, weigh in on his decision too, but we'll see. Yeah, so it's either healing the mother wound, or we do both divine masculine and feminine wounds, or this most recent retreat that I'm creating is the spiritual mother. So this is for women 35 or 40 and over who have not had children or birthed any physical children in this life, but have birthed in different forms. So those are the ones that I'm playing around with. I'm actually playing around with maybe doing the spiritual mother retreat locally first, as maybe having some beta testers, which means that you wouldn't have to pay for my service, but you would pay for room and board. So I'm just playing around with some ideas, trying to see what that is. If you're interested, if you're a woman over 40 or 35 and over who can't have children, has not had children, decided to not have children, was not able to have children, did not birth physical children in this world, but you have birthed in different forms, get in touch with me. And I know I had started a project with this where I was going to interview women, and I did interview a couple of women, but it's just taking a different turn, a different route, and I follow the breadcrumbs. So if you are a woman who has not birthed physical children in this world, but you have birthed other things, reach out to me. And if you would like to participate as a beta tester for this retreat, let me know. You can reach me here on Facebook, Instagram, or you can email me, at the number 4, wholehearthealing@gmail.com. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for either watching or watching it on the replay. I appreciate you. And remember that eagle card that we pulled. Try to keep that in mind for this week. And if you would like to be a guest on Soulstar Light Up, please reach out and let me know. And I hope to see you at my events this summer and in the fall. All right. Love you guys. If you have any questions, you want to schedule a session, you want an oracle card reading, a healing, let me know. I'm here for you. Thank you and have a good one.